Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, or hi if you're new. It's Libby. Today I'm going to be doing my worst and best books of 2023. Now, the worst books I only have 4 of, so that's why I'm doing them in one video, and 2 of them I don't own. So, in one of them you guys might be surprised if you haven't been following my channel for a while, or you may not be surprised. My worst books. My favorite books. Some of these should be no surprise to some of you. So we're just going to jump right in. We're going to start with the best books of the year, and then we're going to go to the worst books of the year. We're going to start off with, and these are in no particular order whatsoever. We have House of Sky and Breath by Sarah J. Maas. This is the sequel to House of Breath and Blood. I read this year and really enjoyed it. The ending was crazy, especially that last word in this book. If you've read it, you know what I'm talking about. You know what word it is. And I'm just excited for the third book to come out in January. So this is on here. Can't say too much about this one because it is a sequel, because it'll spoil everything from the first book. So, but yes, House of Sky and Breath is on this list. So, yes, this one I gave a 4.5 stars, I do believe. 4.5, 5 stars around that area. But I did thoroughly enjoy this one. Then I finally finished off a series. I finished Kingdom of the Feared by Carrie Maniscalco, and I gave this one a 5 stars. This was my favorite of the series. Now, I can't say too much about this one because it is the last book in the series. This follows our main character, Camilla Amelia, as she wants to find out what happened to her sister, and then she goes to a new place, and then she ends up summoning a prince of hell and makes a deal with him, and it just falls from there. It's a crazy whirlwind of a ride. I thoroughly enjoyed this, and yes, this one I gave 5 stars too. So then I have a series, a manga series that I read all 40 volumes of this year, which is crazy. I haven't shut it up about this series, so it's no surprise the series is on this list. And that is Yona of the Dawn by Mizuko Kusanagi. I am so sorry if I'm mispronouncing that name wrong, but this is what the cover. This is volume 39. I only have 39 and 40. I don't have all of them yet, but I'm going to change that in 2024. In this, we follow our main character, Yona, who is a princess of her kingdom, and on her 16th birthday, something happens that has her to flee her kingdom, and she flees with her bodyguard, Hawk, right here. And they're wanted for treason, basically. And then along the way, they meet different people. They form a found family in this, and it's amazing. If you want fantasy, romance, action, it's all in this. Some of the volumes are not the best, but some aren't the worst either. So, I'll highly recommend Yona of the Dawn if you want to get into manga. So, I thoroughly enjoy the series, and volume 41 needs to come out like now. So, that's all I'm saying. But thoroughly enjoyed the series. It's a fun time. And yes, excited to see where the series goes from here. Then I did a video a while back when I read this book, and I became one of my new favorites because it's the first book I've read by this author. And that is Throttled by Lauren Asher. Now, I've never read anything like this before. This follows it's a sports romance, and it is Formula One racing. Now, I did not know anything about Formula One going into this whatsoever. After I read this, I immediately went out and bought the rest of the series. And have I read the rest of the series? No. But I thoroughly enjoyed this book. I gave this book 5 stars. It was really good. We follow our main character, Maya, who follows her brother in this Formula One championships, and her brother's teammate, Noah, is a jerk in this book, basically. And then Maya and Noah start to form a relationship in here. And they keep it hidden from Maya's brother. So, but I thoroughly enjoyed it. It was really good. So, yeah. This started my kick for Lauren Asher. So, now I have all of her books. Just need to read them all. So, got that one. Then we have Things We Hide from the Light by Lucy Score. I love this, even though it is unnecessarily long. But I did enjoy this. We follow our character, Naomi Witt, who has a horrible, evil twin sister. And one day, Naomi comes back into town that she grew up in, and she realizes that her sister breaks into her apartment or her hotel room, leaves somebody behind, and she's on the run. I thoroughly enjoy this. And then we meet Knox, who is basically the town's bad boy. And then he and Naomi start to form a relationship. So I thoroughly enjoyed this. It was really good. I just need to finish the rest of the series, of the Nakamata series. So I'm excited to see where the rest of the series goes, and we'll see what happens. But I gave this one a 4.5 stars. I have Go Hex Yourself by Jessica Clare. This one is really good. It follows our main character, Reggie, who answers an ad in the newspaper about becoming an assistant to somebody, and only she can see it because she thinks that magic isn't real. So she thinks she's applying for her favorite position for her favorite card game, and however, that is not the case. She's actually applying for something else. And then she meets the grandson. I want to say it's the nephew, the boss's nephew, and he is a wizard. The boss is a witch, and Naomi still thinks that magic is not real until stuff starts happening. I thoroughly enjoyed this. I also gave this one a 4.5 stars as well. And I read the sequel. It was also good, but not as good. So, but yes. And then, yeah, it goes 12 from there. There's a romance, obviously, and it was really good. Then I have one that I read from recommendation from Katie over at Katie is Reading, and that is this one, The Westerina Society of Lady Scoundrelers. And this one was a fun time. I gave this a 4.5 stars. I thoroughly enjoyed it. This one is about a group of society Victorian ladies, and they're basically having a fun time. They're drinking tea, blackmailing friends, and acquiring treasures. So, and then we meet Ned, who is an assassin who has two jobs from two different people. One of them wants him to kill our main character, and the other one wants him to protect her. It's a whirlwind. We don't know what side he's on. He's a pirate. He starts having feelings for Camellia. And when they said stealing houses, um, they're not joking. They, their houses become a, ship, basically, and it flies. So I'm like, I thought they were joking at first. I had to go back and reread. This was a fun time, and I can't wait to continue with the rest of the series because I own them. I just have to read them. And but yeah, I had a good time with this. 4.5 out of 5 stars. With this one, it was really good. Sorry about the sliding. I don't know what to do with it, but I enjoyed it. And then we have the last book that I read yesterday because I bought it and read it, and I had to read it. Of course, this one would make the list. I think it's my favorite book of the year, which would come to no surprise. I reread the first 4 volumes earlier this year, and Heartstopper Volume 5 by Alice Oseman. This is a lot thicker than the other volumes, and this is not finished. We are getting a Volume 6 of Heartstopper, and I'm very excited to see where this goes from here. But I thoroughly enjoyed this. I gave this a 5 stars. We follow Nick and Charlie, and Nick is graduating. He's going to uni, and he's trying to make up his mind where he wants to go. He's torn between staying close to home or going away from home because he doesn't want to leave Charlie and all this fun stuff. But this was so good. I enjoyed it. Cannot wait for Volume 6. But I gave this 5 out of 5 stars. Don't want to say too much more because I don't want to spoil anything if anybody else hasn't read it yet. But yes, I had this one. Those were my best books of the year. Now we're going to go to my worst books of the year. I have 4 of them. Sorry about that noise. What were the other 2? Because I have 2 of them. I can't remember the other 2. Okay. So I'm going to start with the 2 that I don't have. I read Queen of Myths and Monsters by Scarlett St. Clair. And this one I should have DNF'd. It wasn't as fun as the first book, but I ended up giving it a 2 stars, 2.5 stars at the end of it when I should have DNF'd it. It wasn't good, so I would not recommend that one. I would recommend the first one, King of Battle and Blood, but I will not recommend the second one. And then the second book that I don't own, I got from the library, is The Spanish Love Deception. I am blanking the author, but I read this for a book club group on Instagram, and all of us were saying the same thing. So I think I gave it a 3 stars. Now that I'm looking back, it might be a 2 stars because I would not recommend this one either. This one follows our main character as she needs to find a fake date for her sister's wedding in Spain. And it just spirals from there. So, if you've read it, you know. If you don't, then I would not recommend this book. So, now let's move on to the 2 that I have. Some of you might be confused, but I don't know, some of you might not. If you follow my channel, you'll know why I don't like these books. But this one is the first one. The Very Secret Society of Irregular Witches. I'm not going to try and pronounce that author, but this one I did not like at all. I think I gave it a 2 stars. yes, there is a found family in here, which I really enjoyed that aspect, but this is more of a fantasy than it is a romance, because the romance doesn't happen towards the end of the book, and I just did not care for this. I did not care for the characters, and yeah, it's just I did a reading vlog for this one. If you guys want to go check it out, it's on my channel somewhere. But I did not like this one. I'm probably gonna unhaul this one at some point. And then another one that's gonna be a big surprise to some of you. I did not connect with any of these characters, so that's why I did not like it. I would still recommend it to those of you who like the found family aspects, the fake dating relationships after they've already broken up. They fake date because they haven't told their friends they've broken up. So you guys will know this in a minute. Happy Place by Emily Henry. Yes, this is my worst book of the year. I did not care for this one at all. Yeah. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with this one. I might unhaul it. I might not. We'll see. But I could care less for the characters. I did not connect with any of them. Some of the stuff they did is really stupid. And yeah. So I'm not going to spend any more time talking about my worst books of the year. But that is it for this video. Let me know down below what your guys' worst and best books of the year were. I would love to know. And if you've read any of these, let me know and your thoughts. And like, subscribe, comment, stay a while, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.